Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel.
So Murph, welcome back to Fife, and what a game you're calling this evening.
You know what, I think both Paul Adey and I thought it could be a high-scoring affair. I didn't think we'd see an 11-goal outburst, and you know what, Todd Dudiem said some of the guys, the import guys, have been getting used to it. 6, 7, 8, 9 games in, they were getting better, and now guys like Dingle, they're putting up numbers, points are dropping. It's positive signs for you guys, I think. And you know what, this was a big game. You go to the top of the conference because Sheffield took care of Dundee tonight. You leapfrog Edinburgh in the table, the Elite League table. That's a huge win, make no mistake about it.
I mean, I was saying to you beforehand when it was announced that it was going to be a Flyers-Capitals game, I think a lot of us, on history with Capitals, thought it's going to be a really dull affair. This isn't going to show up hockey in Fife that well, but it was anything but.
It was anything but boring, and when it was 3-2 for you guys and they were on the power play, you know what, they're a bounce or a chip puck from tying that up, and it's a different ball game maybe. But you got to give credit to Danny Stewart. We talked about him a few times and him breaking the import record and all that. But the one thing Stewart always does whenever we're here, especially when we do a TV game here, he always seems to be that guy that makes a pass or a hit to keep the momentum in favor of the home team. Tonight, I think he ended up with a goal and 2 assists, but the assist on the shorthanded goal to Dingle, for me, was the reason you guys won. Yeah, I know you went on to score a bunch more goals, but if they score on that power play, maybe you go, God, we've blown another 3-goal lead, because you've blown a 4-goal lead to Edinburgh before this season, October 18th. So I think that goal by Stewart, I'm going to go have a word with him, but I'll be saying, I mean, that was a difference maker. Paul Adey both said, and Paul said in commentary, when it was 3-2, Danny Stewart became the best player on either team when he made it 4-2 with a pass to Dingle.
Edinburgh this season are a much different team to what we've seen before. There are no weak teams in the league anymore.
Everyone can beat everyone on any given night, and Riley Emerson's a smart guy. I talked to him before the game, and he lit up when I asked him about Haines and Chubak. They've got another player coming in. I can't say who it is, but he's going to apparently make Rutherford, who was good tonight, he's going to make Rutherford even better. They've played together before in another league. So there's exciting times ahead for Edinburgh, and make no mistake, they were missing Zanet, who was on Italian national team duty. He's got 20 points in 20 games for them. Steele's out with an upper body injury. So, look, they'll be able to take some positives. Hayes had another goal tonight, 17. We talked in commentary about, the battle of the 19s, Ryan versus Ryan, Hayes versus Dingle, and I think there's positive signs in Edinburgh. And Riley Emerson doesn't like to lose, and he told me a story, I said in commentary, this guy Hayes does not like to lose. And so Chubak does not like to lose. He's got a lot of guys there that aren't just happy to be in the game. They want to win the game. And so, yeah, anyone can beat anyone on every given night. And that's a big win for Dutes and the boys, because Edinburgh are no joke.
Absolutely. So this season, I mean, there's a lot of really strong teams in the league. Do you think this is how it's going to stay all the way to the end, or do you think things are going to settle down around about Christmas and it'll be back to the old ways?
No, I think we've got some surprises. We've got some twists and turns, and I think I mentioned Edinburgh bringing in a new player. I think there's a couple of coaches. I mean, what does Chuck Weber do? He's already gotten rid of one guy. Does he stand pat? Does he say we've got to make some changes? Does Manchester go, we're competitive, but we're a piece or two away? Do they go and make some changes? I mean, to think that everything will settle down and everything that will stay as it is would be quite boring to think about. I don't think it's going to be that way. We talked about the Panthers beat the Giants tonight, well, according to the Elite League website, so they just keep rolling on. Everyone was talking about the Steelers and the Clan being in the Champions League, and Walls are going to Belfast with it. Panthers have just ticked along and played hard and gotten big wins, so there's a lot of storylines still to be written, I think.
On Premier this season, it's yourself and Paul Adey in the commentary box. That's quite a good partnership you've got going there.
It's a great partnership, and I said at the end of the game, I love watching hockey with Paul, and that's what it is. I won't speak for him, but I don't look at it as work. We certainly put the work in. I mean, I sometimes take 2 days to prepare for a game. I know where everyone's played, and I know Paul's the same. And we use his expertise as a coach of the year and an Elite League winning coach and a former superstar on the ice as well, Paul Adey. So I think it's a really good partnership, and we have a lot of fun. And we had some jokes tonight. We had pictures of Paul from Corey Nielsen's testimonial with the referee's jersey on. He didn't know I was going to do that to him tonight, but I said he had a nice Halloween costume, and we rolled some pictures on with him as a referee in the testimonial game. So I think we have fun, but we're serious when we need to be. And certainly, if you look back at the Elite League Grand Final weekend, I mean, I don't think anyone's ever had 13, 14 hours of live EIHL, and we did that last year, and it's because Paul and myself and Neil Russell enjoy working together, and yeah, we like it, and I tease Paul, but I have nothing but respect for him and his hockey acumen.
And across Premier as a whole, a lot more ice hockey action this season. You seem to be becoming the voice of ice hockey in the UK.
I don't know if that's a good thing, that's for sure, but well, we're doing 55 plus Swedish Hockey League games. We're doing all the Champions Hockey League. We got Champions Hockey League coming up this Tuesday. The Swedish Hockey League is on a 2-week break right now. They have a weird season break where there's a couple of festivals and stuff in Sweden, but we're back November 12th with that. We're doing 12, 13, 14, I don't know, 15 EIHL games, something like that. Don't quote me on that. There's 15 NHL games a week. The last I was told from the marketing people, I think there's over 600 hockey games on Premier Sports. That includes Team GB at the World Championships, and who knows what we'll throw in there. It's an ambitious group there that goes out and tries to get content, and it's a good group that really cares about hockey. And sometimes we have some people say, oh, there's not an Elite League game every week, but you know what? We got 2 games in December, we got 2 games in January, we got 3 games in April. There's a lot of hockey, and there's different leagues that we have to give time to as well.
Do you ever get home?
Well, like I said, I don't look at it as work. I think I'm really, really lucky. And I've worked in all aspects of television, production, writing. What I really love to do is call hockey games, so I never complain about having to go to the office. Yeah, so sometimes I'm not at home as much as I'd like to be. I've got a young son and a young family, but you know what? Maybe someday he'll look at the tapes of his old man, and then he'll be proud of the work we put in. We love it, man. I don't look at it as work. We really enjoy coming to the rink, and we love coming to places like this. We love seeing you, and Kirsty Longmuir always has a smile on her face when we come here. Everyone treats us so well when we come to Fife.
Murph, thanks very much.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Cheers.